Hello everybody, welcome in. It's Laura from Tenacious Taurus Twin Flame Tarot, and I wanted to jump on and talk about the energies that I channeled early this morning into the Divine Masculine and kind of where they are at. What I heard was the darkening of the light. I feel a lot of the Divine Masculines have recently walked through the gateway of a major crisis or a major event, which is kind of bringing forward a lot of emotional clarity. I do feel they're still sifting through the fog. I was up really early this morning and it was very foggy here outside. So I feel the masculine's like deep within this underground, underworld energy right now when it comes to survival. A lot of negative conditions are coming up to be addressed, and it's like this crisis energy, and the masculine kind of stepping into his immunity to this crisis. So I think a deep nervousness is what I felt surrounding the masculines, because they've gone down this pathway basically, which has led them to this deep self-betrayal, and this self-betraying nervousness is really a part of this channeled energy when it comes to this transitionary stage. And I feel this linking energy. What I was shown in meditation was the solar plexus linking to the throat chakra as part of this keynote when it comes to sharing their voice, sharing their story. And I feel they're kind of in this dark place right now when it comes to their fears, their vulnerabilities, when it comes to their emotional and their sexual needs. So I feel they're resolving all of these negative experiences right now through this intense transformation that's taking place. And this really is the place where the Divine Masculine can meet all of these challenges of change and to grow and create through this deep emotional crisis that I feel they are experiencing at this time. So, you know, I think they're gaining that emotional clarity throughout this crisis. And I think they're really learning how to handle these emotions that are kind of surfacing. A lot of this emotional crisis energy that the masculines are experiencing has been created by the karmic energy, and the karmic really has made the masculine a lesser person, less than he actually is in that high energy. So I feel a lot of energy has been activated and aimed directly at the masculine's throat center in order for them to express that full range of depth when it comes to their emotions as part of this manifestation portal. So I think a lot is being triggered in order for this massive release taking place right now. So I feel the masculine is searching for a proper outlook when it comes to giving all of this focused energy a direction moving forward. So, you know, with this personal crisis energy, the masculine is learning how to remain steady in the storm that he's kind of dead center in right now, learning to kind of patiently adapt to all of these emotional feelings that are surfacing that he's repressed for so long. So, you know, in the midst of this crisis energy, the feelings that the masculine is experiencing are actually, you know, acting as this stimulating energy when it comes to self-expression. So as overwhelming and as uncomfortable as all of these emotions are, the masculine kind of has to let this divine plan kind of unfold at this point in time. And this really is that moment in time, I feel, where the masculine can reach the depth of all of these emotions in order to access their own truth. So I feel a lot of feelings of inadequacy coming up to be purged when it comes to them feeling like they're unable to fulfill their own expectations for themselves. So I kind of feel this is really the gateway when it comes to this new beginning, this transition and this change taking place. And the masculine is learning to kind of structure his life and to, you know, become steadfast and enduring throughout this emotional crisis. So a lot of intensity in the moment is what I'm feeling, as all of these things are kind of falling away out of the masculine's life that really have prevented him from this penetrating energy when it comes to clarity of truth. So all of this accumulated, repressed baggage, I feel, is being dissolved, this dissolution of all of these old forms, all of these old patterns that really are not going to be valued and retained after this transformation process. So a lot of pressure, I feel, by the divine is being put on the divine masculine. Yep, honey. Is being put on the divine masculine to begin something new. So it's like from scratch, And a lot of the masculine spiritual development has been hampered by the karmic's nagging, criticism, and this is where the masculine has chosen to really withdraw from this experience with the divine feminine, because the karmic really has kind of nitpicked the masculine down to feeling so small that he's stayed in this old cycle for so long. He's kind of, tapping into these channeled energies of maturation when it comes to the balancing and the development of the ego. So I also feel there was like a linking between the root chakra and the sacral chakra as part of this collective sensing of these deep, deep, powerful energies when it does come to sharing. So a lot of pressure is being put on the masculine when it comes to beginning this next cycle, this process of emotional and spiritual maturation. And a lot of sequences, series of sequences and challenges and crisis energy in order for the masculine to develop from this state of cosmic conception into completion of this mission. So a lot of energy, I feel, is being formatted when it comes to creating new life forms, new relationships, new ideas, new creative projects, and new spiritual trends when it comes to the cycles of life, the cycles of nations, civilizations within humanity. And the divine is bringing forward this fuel energy that is needed for the masculine to begin something new with the divine feminine. So I think the masculine is, correcting his past commitments in the energy and initiating this new cycle, which the time has come. So I feel this flowering energy, this ripening energy for the divine feminine as all of these seeds for the future are beginning to take sprout. So the masculine's role, I feel, is to provide that solid structure to keep this cycle moving forward and to strategize when it comes to this new beginning. A lot of these masculines have avoided looking at this divine relationship for fear of them not feeling like they are equipped of finishing something that they've started. So, until they pass through this gateway of this new beginning, they're going to keep being met with resistance. And what we resist will continue to persist in the energies. So the masculines are going to get stopped in their tracks. It's part of this maturity process. And I feel they're facing major disappointment and cycling round into some depressing energy when it comes to this commitment, when it comes to correcting their past actions that they've not been compelled to come forward and correct, is what I'm feeling. So I feel this discharge energy in order to learn from this karmic experience and to be able to share this wisdom with others within the collective along with the divine feminine. So a lot of these masculines started this cycle with the feminine, and they've not had the capacity to finish what they've started, and they're feeling very, very frustrated at this time is what I'm feeling. So it's like this gateway of growth, and the true experience is the Grail Experience with the divine feminine. So I do feel a lot of expansion in the energy when it comes to this heart energy, the completing the cycle of this heart expansion. And it's this trial and error energy coming through. And it's this energy of great increase and then decrease. And, coming to terms with the fact that mistakes really are a natural part of the evolution process. We don't learn and grow when things are easy and things are going good. We learn and grow in times of emotional crisis. So the energy, I feel, is bringing forward this assertion to turn all of these mistakes into the divine masculine's greatest advantages, the power to accept these past mistakes as a part of his growth and soul's evolution. So I think a lot of moodiness around the masculine when it comes to their errors and succumbing to the brooding and unnecessary karmic energy. And this mistake is giving this moodiness more power. So A lot of balancing when it comes to the ego between the sacral and the root chakra. And I feel the masculine is tapping into his tenacity to break free from this negative cycle in order to maximize his inherent spiritual potential. So a lot of abstract energies that are generating a lot of growth is what I'm feeling. A lot of balanced development when it comes to this humanity collective experience in order to create those solid relationship foundations for future progress. So, you know, we enter into cycles and we learn these lessons from past lives, and we're kind of rounding the end of the cycle of the age of Pisces. The age of Pisces has run its course, and this former cycle has to be brought to a natural end, an organic end, and to finish all of this unfinished and incomplete business that is going to have to be revisited before entering into this new cycle, the age of Aquarius, the golden age. So a lot of relationship issues are coming up to address where we have been feeling stuck or held back with all of these unresolved patterns of behavior that date as far back as our childhood, that core Chiron wound, which I will be doing a video in a couple days about that focus. So I think all of this energy surrounding the masculine is kind of asking him to complete and cycle through this processing to release any feelings of weakness or insufficiency in order to feel supported when it comes to this new beginning. And I feel a lot of nervous and uncomfortable energy when it comes to, you know, ridding the masculine of these South Node behavioral patterns. So I think a lot of the masculines are coming into the understanding of the importance that they have to kind of commit to this correction at this time, as difficult as it is to extract themselves from this very toxic karmic relationship that they once committed themselves to. You know, it was a very unfortunate marriage, a very unfortunate committed partnership. And as uncomfortable as it is, they are being asked to strategize when it comes to stepping forward to the divine feminine for that satisfaction, that potential that the feminine holds for the masculine. So this initiating flame is what I was shown in meditation, the violet flame, is showing the masculine where they have lacked that staying power when it comes to committed partnerships. A lot of these masculines fear commitment, or they don't feel that they're worthy of a happy, loving, committed home. And all of these feelings of frustration are starting to surface when it comes to the masculine, you know, not following through. So it's like this middleman energy is what I wrote about when it comes to this manifestation and this maturity to bring this growth through meditation. I do highly recommend meditation. That's where we can go into our gifts and establish this connection with our twins higher self when it comes to remaining in this higher love vibration. So a lot of masculines are being shown this ill-suited position in these false contracts where they have lacked harmony, and it's been very pragmatic. So, you know, a lot of these masculines have taken a back seat and have allowed the karmic to control them. They've lacked the maturity to take back their power and harmonize all of these distortions, which really has limited their growth. So I feel with this Virgo full moon energy coming in, it is this moment of self-actualization when it comes to fulfilling their purpose, when it comes to walking their natural North Node path. And that's where the rewards will come. So as soon as the masculine can get grounded in that healthy sense of self, rather than feeding the power and the illusion and the ego, that's when they will be able to organically and naturally flow through this expansion process of self-fulfilling prophecy. So I feel a lot of these strict energies are bringing forward a lot of negative experiences at this time that are demanding the masculine to kind of recluse, to kind of go into reclusion, to embrace this deep inner growth and all of their powers. So a lot of energy maximizing the masculine's potential as part of this abstract cyclical process that we're going through, generating all of this growth with all of these cosmic energies and this rebalancing. So I feel a lot of new foundations are beginning to come forward, as difficult as it is for the masculine to commit to this journey. And I'm not going to pull any cards this morning. As you can tell, I'm not in my regular setting. I'm actually upstairs at my desk in the kitchen, and the girls are up here getting ready for the day. I will be back on shortly with a collective daily message, and I just wanted to update you as to where I'm at on my journey, what I was shown in meditation through my divine masculine. So that's kind of where the masculines are at. I will do another check-in in a couple days as guided. And that's all I really have to say right now for the masculine. So I look forward to seeing you all again next time. And I will see you then. Thank you.